Go somewhere else. I can't take this nonsense anymore. How are you going to blame the defense?
I got the power. Screw green bean. Damn it.
But once you get to the sausage, I feel like we're doing something.
Go Jets.
What would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
All of my friends and family.
Hit those milk thumbs, boys and girls.
Freeze run.
Hold on to your underwear, ladies, and stand by, bitches. It's now time for Talkin' Jets with your hosts, Matt, Ryan, and Greenbean.
Welcome to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I'm joined alongside my lovely co-pilots. I've got Mr. Greenbean to my this way. I got Mr. Matt O'Leary to my that way. Greenbean, how you doing tonight?
You know what? Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, you know what? I am in a really curious mood to see how this stream is going to go. I'm really legitimately, I'm into it. Like, I'm here for it. I don't know what's going to happen. We're nuts. That much I can say as a collective, and I'm dying to find out what the hell's going to happen tonight.
O'Leary, how you feeling tonight?
I'm doing a little bit better. I think I kind of like that we do this on Tuesday, because if this was like a Sunday night, like right after the game, I think it would be a very different show. I feel like I had a little bit of time to digest it. Still not great, not thrilled that the Jets got their doors blown off by the Buffalo Bills, but we move on and we try to put our heads down and take on Tampa Bay on short rest this week. Banged up Bucks. Here come the Jets. Let's do it.
Boys and girls, we're going to pick a qualifier for our giveaway at the end of the show. All you got to do is hit that like button. We're going to pick a qualifier for every 10 likes we get on the stream. It helps people learn about the channel and shows that you like the content here. If you're watching after
and you can get eggs.
And you can get eggs. Because guess who still hasn't changed the spin wheel? This guy. And if you're watching after the fact, leave a comment down below. That'll get you entered into next week's spin wheel for the end of next week's stream. So yeah, as the guys alluded to, Jets lose 10-30 to the Buffalo Bills. And man, it stinks. Like, we went from the highest of highs from week one, as far as like a loss could go, like moral victory, all that good stuff. Like, I was feeling good. I wasn't, I thought the Jets should have won that game. I was more upset with Gibson. We got rid of him. I was it's cool. We got him off the team. We're smooth sailing now. Now, I wasn't picking the Jets to win versus the Bills, but I thought we'd have a respectable outing, and we did not at all. Justin Fields had himself a not-so-good day. 3 of 11, 27 yards. He did have a nice, long, 40-yard run, finished the day, 5 carries, 49 yards. He did end the day in the concussion protocol. I believe it was halfway through the third quarter, if memory serves correct. And I would imagine at this point we're probably anticipating Tyrod Taylor starting, unless anyone else has heard anything different coming into to the Bucs game. But overall, incredibly disappointing. Michael Clemens has another boneheaded penalty, which is par for the course. Like, the fact that we were bitching about Gibson fumbling and Michael Clemens having stupid penalties, whoever decided to keep these two on the roster, that's on you, because all of us knew these were the flaws with these players in particular. So overall, really sloppy performance across the board from the New York Jets. Josh Allen really didn't have to do too crazy much. He had 148 yards through the air, had another 59 on the ground. James Cook really took over, had 132 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So really, I don't want to say a relatively uneventful day for the Bills offense. I mean, because the running game was really good, but it felt like we were the reason they had as much success as they did, more so than us. I think we had 10 missed tackles is what it ended up being per Pro Football Focus. It was I think Quinnen had 1, Will McDonald had 1, Sauce had 1. You could go literally through all the key players on defense, and they all had missed tackles this past weekend. So incredibly disappointing. Elijah Moore gets a touchdown too, which is never fun to see former Jet, in our own stadium, scoring a touchdown. But I don't know. I guess going into the season, I expected the Jets to be closer to what this game was than what we were week 1. And as soon as we saw all the fun and excitement we had of week 1 with the offense really firing off, I'm like, we're going places. We're doing things. They sucked me back in, and they smacked me right back down with this game. So, O'Leary, what were your thoughts on the game overall? Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, I think you did a great summation there of like the biggest key points from this game. I unfortunately had a feeling it was going to be a long day very early on in this game. The Jets got the ball, and first third down of the day, Justin Fields throws it 10 feet high over Garrett Wilson's head. He's wide open. It would have been like a 20, 25-yard gain. It's like, all right, that's not great. Next possession, Buffalo gets the ball. You get to 3rd and 19. It looks like you're getting off the field. Michael Clemens gets his 5,253rd roughing the passer, personal foul call of his career in 4 years, a new NFL record. 4-point swing. What would have been a field goal now ends up extending the drive. They get in the end zone. And first play after that, Justin Fields fumbles, and the Bills recover at the 20. And again, like that's drive 3 of the game very early. You were done. You were done because you go to your defense even holds a little bit, right? And they kick a field goal, but you're down 10-0 in the first quarter to Buffalo. You're not getting back in that game. It was already over, and it just got off the rails after that. So unfortunately, we did not get a very competitive game from our New York Jets against the Buffalo Bills like we all were hoping. Because I don't think many were saying, oh, the Jets are going to win this game, but I think we were hoping that it would be close, and it never really was.
Yeah, give me something competitive. Entertain me was all I was really looking for. Bean, how are you feeling on Sunday's game?
Guys didn't leave me anything to talk about, so let's
Jets didn't give us much to talk about.
Yeah, I know. Dude, so try, like this is when you do a 4-hour live stream watching something that's as fucking abysmally boring as that. Let me tell you, for anybody who doesn't know or doesn't appreciate the craft that it requires, like this is not. What was that? What is that?
Sorry, that was behind the scenes here.
Oh yeah,
No one else heard it.
Making fun of me. I was like, is he making fun of me or am I awesome? I don't know.
No, I'm not making fun of you. You're good.
I never know with you. He'll just like make me, he'll freeze me and then play something that's like green bean sucks, I never know it, Ryan. But yeah, I mean, here's something that I'll talk about. So don't you notice that when we look like total crap, not just like playing a good game and losing, right? Like when we look like shit and it's like that same Jets feel, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. These games. Like, it's just, you feel it. Matt said it before. It was drive 2, and you're like, this one's going to be bad. You know what I mean? You can feel it. When that happens, something else takes place. Almost, it's like they're tied at the hip. You guys know what it is? Something else is a derivative of that. Always happens together. Do you know what that? So you have a game, totally dead. Nobody wants to be there. What tends to happen right alongside that game? Do you ever pick this up?
Let's hear.
You want to talk about?
I feel like our crosstown rivals wind up having a hell of a good game. Like watching the Giants Dallas game, very exciting. I would have taken that little nail biter into overtime.
That would have been good.
Lose on a frustrating kick. I don't know.
But
what
that's
happens?
not it. So what ends up happening is this: all of a sudden injuries start to pile up. Okay, it happens every time. So when we're really getting our ass kicked, guys start to get banged up. This one's got an ankle. This one's got a shoulder. This one twisted his knee. This guy's sad. Whatever the fuck it is. But it always seems to happen. Now, the key, the one I'm going to draw your attention to is you mentioned it, Ryan, the Elijah Moore touchdown, which you know why they gave it to him, so he could do the thing and he can have the moment and we can hurt. Like, whatever it is. I forgot Elijah Moore even existed, so it's not a painful one. Particularly for me, like watching Sammy throw to Robbie Anderson, that was significantly worse for me. But it's still there. But did you see the Cisco attempt at a tackle on that Elijah Moore tackle? Did anybody take note?
Yeah, and then he faked injury.
And then what happened, Matt? Right?
And then he faked the injury.
He
Threw his
faked
helmet. He thought he got
Right.
shot.
He had bruised vaginosis. That's what he had. And what these guys do, like they don't really like. The thing we got to remember is like NFL guys, even the vets. Like Matt, how old are you these days?
Me, I turned 30 this year, so I'm a vet.
So you're 30 years old. And we don't look at you as an old guy, right? You're young, but in the NFL, 30, you look at them as like graybeards. You know what I mean? So if they've been in the league 7 years or something, and they got in at 21, so they're 28 years old. They're still young. You know what I mean? And they've been, kind of pampered and given everything by college. They're not real. They're like man children in many respects. And like guys like Cisco, he's a vet. He's been around a while, but he's still young. And he thought, if I pretend to be injured, then everybody will think, oh, well, I don't just suck. It's like, oh, I tweaked my ankle so I couldn't put weight in it. He thinks we're buying it. Like, that's the thing. They actually think it's going to work. And we all know it's like, dude, just get up and fucking be a man. But what it tends to happen, it's all the time. You start seeing guys limping off, and most of them are back by, midweek. They're not on the injury report anymore because I don't know if they're just disinterested. They don't want to play in the game. They're giving up. But overall, to me, it looks like a big batch of quit. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's what the solid teams were known for. As soon as the going got tough, the tough leave the building. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it is. They are done. We saw it. So whatever Aaron Glenn's going to do here, he's got to identify like this is the real problem. It's not the talent. It's not, the draft picks and the development. That's all part of it. But the worst thing that the biggest mountain that we as the New York Jets have to deal with is the fact that when the going gets tough, this team quits. And these guys, even the guys I like, Quincy Williams, all these guys, dude, they quit. You can see it. You can see it on them all over the place. Maybe not every single play, but overall, you can see it, dude. There's nothing in them. There's no life. They're going through the motions. And that is what Aaron Glenn has to combat. And in order to do that, guys, that's not the kind of thing that you can just look at and talk in the meeting room and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Everybody goes, rah, rah, rah. Everybody does this. But you got to see it in real life. And when you're grabbing a guy's fucking face mask and you're like, dude, what's the matter with you? And he goes, okay. And he goes out there and he just quits. Now you know what you're dealing with. And I think Aaron Glenn's going to have to do that a lot this year. These guys were allowed to quit for 4 years. And guys like Quinnen, who were even here before Robert Saleh, Adam Gase's teams were kind of the same way. I mean, Greg Williams was tough, but overall the team was a bunch of quitters. So getting that out of their DNA, that's not going to be an easy job. And that injury shit that happens with it, it's all textbook. It looks identical to last year, the year before, 2019. It's all the same because we're quitters. And that's what I think the big problem is.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the faith you have in the team to come back and the self-preservation from injury. Like, I'm not saying it's right to do it, but I think that's where a lot of it stems from. When you have either your quarterback goes out or you don't have the confidence in him to lead you to where you got to be. I feel like guys do tend to kind of shut down.
It ain't okay. I hear you.
It's
well,
not
you know
okay.
What, Ryan, too? But they're quitting like they can feel the game. Like we're down by 10 points in the third quarter.
As soon as Quinnen Williams not Quinnen Williams. As soon as Michael Clemens got that penalty, I was like, this game's over. Like I don't know if you guys felt that, but I felt like I was like, this is just same old Jets. 3rd and 19. You're telling me that we're gonna go down the field and score a touchdown now? Like, okay, yeah, this is over. And then obviously Fields gets the fumble the next drive, but it felt like this game was over very, very early.
1000%.
Yeah.
You knew.
Hey, real quick, there was a super chat from somebody that started with a W that I missed. And I can't
I'll go
get it
through.
now. Do you see-
Wesley Gates is the other one.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Wesley Gates. I just don't want to miss it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I want to go through. Let's get some of our super chats in here. Blitzcrew says it's clear that this team will entertain us for some games and bring us back to earth for others. Hope most of us are not draft prepping already. I mean, before week 1, Dom and I were talking about the quarterback prospects coming out. Like I am on team entertain me. I'm looking forward to seeing what the young guys have. My expectations have been readjusted back to preseason level of expectation. After 1 week of excitement, I'm like, not letting it happen again. Not going to get overly excited. And now we're going to see potentially Tyrod start. And I don't know what kind of happens because, like, I feel like he's probably going to look better. I felt like Tanner Engström called a halfway decent game, and you wound up seeing, like, guys run open and Fields couldn't hit him. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens this week. But, yes, I am looking ahead at the college games. I'm looking at the quarterbacks because I do think the Jets will be using a first-round pick. There's a reason we didn't trade for Micah Parsons, and give up that first-round pick. And obviously Quinn's a stud and everything, but we're going to use a first on a quarterback. I'm pretty damn sure of that. O'Leary, your thoughts on draft prepping already?
No, not yet. I got a few even text messages, comments for sure were saying mock draft Mondays, but I even got a text saying mock draft Monday. I'm like, no, we're not doing that yet. We very well could get to that point, but it's week 2. It's September. It's going to be a bumpy up and down season. I think before the season started, thought the Jets were going to win 7 games. Not really backing off of that after 2. I'm not, I didn't come away after that loss and go, oh my God, I'm readjusting my already low expectations to now they're going to be a 1-16 team. I don't think they're that bad. I think they were just outclassed by a team that is better than them. The Buffalo competes for a Super Bowl every single year. They've owned the division for half a decade. It stinks that they lost the way that they did. I was hoping that it was going to be closer, but I thought the Jets would be 1-1 right now. They're 0-2. They're 1 game off the track, and they just got to find a way to put it behind them and give a better effort against Tampa Bay.
And some of our other games throughout the rest of the schedule start to get a little bit easier. You got Joe Burrow out for the next 3 months, so we're going to play a Burrow-less Cincinnati team with a really bad defense. So, hey, you could shake some wins out that you didn't, maybe think were possible prior to the season starting. Being your thoughts about already prepping for the draft, or you're not there yet?
No, I'm not there yet. Dude, I'm actually like this. I put out a tweet, which I thought was completely benign, right? I'm like, it seems like, I don't know, I'm getting the feeling people think that thought we were going to be real competitors this year, by the way. And it's like the chaos, right? The madness that I'm getting thrown at me. I think if you just looked at this season through the proper lens, not that anybody's right or wrong necessarily in the beginning, because we don't have crystal balls, but I'm still actually like interested in this whole process of what's going to happen. Like seeing Gibson, who we all thought was a mistake to keep. They disagreed. They kept him. They realized real quickly it was a mistake and they cut him. Like, that's fascinating to me. Very, very new. But like, look, Aaron Glenn has a lot of work to do here, guys. It's like, I just don't know who could really look at this and think, you know what, dude, we're sneaking into the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and again, I'm here for it if it happens. I know you guys are too, of course. But it's like this process, like we have a guy who's very different than the previous, let's say, well, Saleh, Ulbrich, Saleh, Adam Gase, Todd Bowles, even Rex, very different than Rex. But like, let's just say the last 3 head coaches. So that's, 8, 9, 10 years. He's very different from those guys. And he's one of us. So he's been here before. Like he knows the whole thing here. Like I am fascinated with what this process is going to look like. Like of course I'm rooting and I'm disappointed and all that stuff. But I think if you go into this looking at it through the right angle, this could be really one of the more interesting seasons. Who are these fucking people? Is Quinnen Williams somebody that he does think can give him 100% every game? and take us to the promised land. Like it does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he looks at these guys. He's like, you know what, dude, we're never going to win with. And I'm just as an example, but like Quincy or even Sauce, I know we gave him a contract, but let's say he has him for a year and he's like, bro, I'm trading this fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like maybe that happens. And I'm just using examples off the top of my head.
Gonna get me frustrated, Green Bean.
But I'm just saying, Ryan, but like if you look at, yeah, no, I hear you. Especially like I would feel, I mean, I love Sauce, but like Garrett Wilson would hurt. I want that guy here and I want him to succeed. He's like my fave, you know? But like, seriously, man, like if we just look at it through the right lens, it's like Matt just said, it's going to be up and down. Hopefully it's up and down. If it's just down, then I'm going to flip over to fucking Team Tank, 4 weeks. But I'm definitely not looking past the season. Like I'm here for it, man. Let's see what this guy can do. And like I said before, addressing that quitter mentality, dude. The Jets are quitters. We have been for a very, very long time. So why not just kind of buy in and see what he's going to do week to week? He's got to see what the problems are in order to deal with them. You know what I mean? And that's a big one.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I should clarify, I am not Team Tank in any capacity. I very much want to win as many games as possible. I am 110% draft prepping on quarterbacks, though. I will not split hairs there. This is I'm watching them, trying to pay attention, see what the narratives are around the quarterbacks, injuries, things of that nature. So I am trying to keep an eye on all that stuff. Bearded says, do we agree that that it was a penalty on Clemens? If it didn't draw a flag, we would have all loved the intensity and hit on Allen. Torn but frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. If it was not a penalty, I would have said, "Oh man, that probably should have been a penalty." Like Michael Clemens consistently does stupid stuff all the time. When I see Clemens involved in something, I'm holding my breath and just praying that there's not a flag, like on a play-in, play-out basis. So I do think it was a penalty. I think Allen absolutely sold it. I think he's one of the biggest floppers in the NFL. But it was a late hit. Matt, any thoughts?
Yeah, both things can be true. Like Josh Allen sold it. He absolutely did, and he has a habit of it. There's a video that's been circulating of him flopping a little bit, but you can't. That's getting called in 2025 100 out of 100 times. You can't go up high on a quarterback. You can't do it. You're going to get penalized. And have a little bit of football IQ to know the down and distance. It's 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19. Just let up. Go at the torso, something like launching yourself at the neck and head area is a recipe to get a flag called on you. And how, for some reason, he still hasn't learned 4 years into his career. It's, I said it earlier today, like this is the Jets' fault. They did this to themselves because they didn't go out and add a better edge rusher on the roster. Unfortunately, and this is a little off topic, but I know a lot of people are hoping that he goes the way of Xavier Gipson and they just cut him this week, but they don't have any other good edge rushers. Not that Clemens is good, but he's been running with the ones all training camp since Jermaine Johnson was banged up. This is on them for not signing someone else back in March when everyone was asking them to.
Bean, your thoughts on Clemens and it being a penalty?
Yeah, Bearded, I got to say, I disagree with that. Now, I come from an era where it was 3 steps. They had 3 steps to slow down. So if you 1, 2 hit them, you were clean. So I missed that and I like that. But the truth is it is kind of a cheap shot. Like when you do that stuff, it's like, why the guy doesn't have the ball? Why are you fucking hitting him? And then knowing it's Josh Allen, knowing just the whole thing. Of course, you got to be more careful. But I don't know. It wasn't like that good of a hit anyway. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I just think in today's day and age, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the risk. And like Ryan said, if he didn't get the penalty, we would have probably been going, ooh, that was a close one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hear you, but I just think you just can't do it, man. And you gotta know. And a guy like Michael Clemens, who's often been caught, when the fuck are you gonna get your head out of your ass? Truly.
Wesley Gates says that fumble from Fields on drive 2 made me shout so hard I felt my soul leave my body. My first thought was like, oh, he's down. He's definitely down. And then they show the replay. I was like, oh, he's definitely not down. damn it, this is what we signed up for. Like, he had a lot of fumbles last year, even with the Steelers, that the ball just happened to bounce the right way. And right now, the Jets just are not getting the bounces. I mean, there were 2 balls put on the ground during the Steelers game from the Steelers, bounced right back into the Steelers' hands. Jets put one on the ground, jumped right into the Steelers' hands with Gibson. Same thing happened this week. So, I don't know. It really sucks, but yeah, I think we were all pretty frustrated seeing that one pop out. Alan Dodes, maybe the Jets are road warriors this season. Hey, you know what? We'll find out this week. Matt said bruised Bucks. Yes, we got banged up Bucks. Got a shot. Got a shot. Peter, what's good, Peter? He says Tuesday night talk therapy session is brought to you by Bruised Vaginosis. When your Jets play bad, get yourself some. It will spark your day. Me, not all out on Glenn and Company. Play better.
Nice.
Yes, bruised vaginosis, rub some of this Talkin' Jets therapy on it. It'll be just fine, don't you worry. But as far as not being out on Glenn and Company, yeah, I completely agree. There's no way I'm out on this regime this close into the beginning part of the season. They're still trying to figure everything out. You got a first-time head coach, you have a first-time offensive coordinator, you got a quarterback that's trying to learn a new system, who's also kind of sort of learning how to play quarterback at the same time. So I'm optimistic for the future. I'm just setting my expectations. Matt, any thoughts on Peter S.'s comment about being out on Glenn and Company? He says he's not.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be. I did a video on this yesterday. I thought some of the Aaron Glenn discourse was going a little bit too far. You could be frustrated, and I'm frustrated with the Jets' performance, but it's 2 games into his first time being a head coach. I think you need to give him at least the year, probably like 25 games. I think Buffalo Jet had a good video on this today that I was watching too. And Buffalo came up with the number. He's like, for coaches and rookie or young quarterbacks, 25 games is a good number. About Thanksgiving of year 2, you either know if they have it or they don't. I was like, I like that. I'm gonna steal that. So shout out Buffalo Jet on that one. But I don't think anyone should be out on Aaron Glenn. And if you are, you already didn't like the guy for whatever your reason is. And like, that is what it is, unfortunately. Like, there's nothing that anyone can do or say to change your opinion on it.
Bean, thoughts on people being out on Glenn and Company? Peter says he's not out on him. What are your thoughts on the fan base and just thoughts in general?
Yeah. Well, Peter, I'm not out either. As a matter of fact, it's going to take me quite a bit to be out on him. Like, I think the job here is bigger than we think. Like, again, it's not just like we talk about it. We touch on this often with like organizations that have a reputation, like the Steelers or the Ravens, right? Like, just forever, even when they're not as talented or whatever, they're 500 or better. And they always play, like you could just see it. Like, they're disciplined, they're competitive, and it takes a long time, and maybe not like years, but it's not going to happen overnight to take 15 straight seasons of embarrassing suctitude. With a couple of moments in there. The Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, Chris Ivory year was fun, but it ended in the shittiest way possible. But it's like, it's going to take a minute for that stuff to unwind. And like, when we talk about being out on Aaron Glenn, like, there are people that I'm talking to, whether it be Twitter or YouTube or whatever, that are trying to make the case to me that Aaron Glenn should be fired now. And I'm like, what is the plan? Like, who are you giving it to? You like, who do we like? Giving one guy or girl, I don't know, said Tanner Engstrand. If we're gonna do this stupid shit, like, and watch a rookie stumble and bumble, Tanner Engstrand. And I said, look, okay, all right, I get what you're saying, I get it, but Aaron Glenn, dude, he's one of us. We gotta support this guy. Like, and 2 games, one of which we were delighted with. We were surprised by how well some things were, kind of transpiring, like Justin Fields in particular, the offensive line, Membu, Brees Hall looked amazing, and Rucker came out of the box real hot and caught a touchdown this week as well. So it's like, why don't we just chill out and see where it goes, man? Alan Doge put it in the chat. When the Lions, in this recent research, transformation, they were 3-13 the first. They weren't, quitting. They were building. They were working. They're getting it done. Like when they traded for Jared Goff, it was more about the 2 firsts. Everybody thought, oh, well, Jared Goff's just a throw-in. And look at them. Look what they did up there. So give it a second, man. I don't know why we would be out on Glenn. Now, if you didn't want him in the first place, so I did get it. He wasn't my guy either for the reasons of rookie and defensive side. That was it. But I love the guy. Now, a lot of these fans too, Ryan, I don't think they were like, there's a large faction of Jets fans that Aaron Glenn isn't part of their life. Like they don't know who he is. Like we were, at least me, dude, Aaron Glenn was beloved here. Yep. You know what I mean? He wasn't quite Revis, but it was big. So if it's to them, he's just a guy. You know what I mean?
Jack comes in. He mentions something similar to what Alan was saying. No matter where we are this year, I will not be Team Tank. I want this team to learn how to win. Look at the 2022 Lions. Yeah, that was the year the Jets lost to the Lions late in the season. Lions got hot at the end of the year. And I would love nothing more than the Jets to learn how to win and kind of shake that stink off. So I completely agree, Jack. I think all of us are on board with that. Blitz comes in and says, I miss Codrington. Hit those milk thumbs.
Milk thumbs.
Good one, Blitz crew. That's good.
Wesley comes in and says, I agree with Bean. This feels like it's on the players' mentality more than Glenn's coaching right now. We constantly look bad against great teams like we gave up before we got there. I felt like this team was well prepared going into week 1. I felt like this team was unprepared, or maybe it just, I don't know how to quantify unprepared. It felt like they weren't mentally in it, like sort of checked out. 10 missed tackles is not something you generally see from a defense in one game. Obviously the fumble from Fields, the stupid penalty from Clemens, and we didn't even have that many penalties. I think we had 6 penalties for like 35 yards or something like that. So you had the 15-yarder from Clemens, and then the rest were all 5-yard varieties. Like, I don't know. I think 10 missed tackles can't be on coaching. It has to be on the players. Being any thoughts?
100%. No, I agree. I think what you just said was, well, like that's, I agree with a lot of what you just said. And, I think overall, man, we just have to know that not only is there a lot of work to do here, like there's a lot of work, and we could talk about their personnel moves or overdrafting or shouldn't have traded up. And we can do all that because it's all real and it's all applicable. But the truth is, not only is there not a lot of work to do, but we got guys who've never done it before tasked with doing it. And that's what happens when you fucking hire a rookie head coach, couple him with a rookie general manager. And it's just, we got to know it. Like, why don't we try something new, Jets fans? Let's try something really new. Fresh, crispy out of the box, like so many carrot sticks, snappy, like that nice crispy carrots, right, Matt? It's a good one. Why don't we try and just, without question, support them? Why don't we do that? Like, not to say not be disappointed, not be whatever, but let's support the staff. Let's try that for a year. If not Aaron Glenn, who can we fucking support for more than 10 minutes around here? We want to chop his head off and get the new guy in here. And to do what? So I like this idea. I'm now 100% behind my brand new idea. I think we should support Aaron Glenn, Muji, Tanner Engstrand, maybe not Wilkes. We'll see about him. But a lot of other guys. Let's just support them from the word go all the way through the season and see where it goes. How do you guys think of that? Can you buy into that?
I think so. Matt, do you think we should be the Wonder Bra for the New York Jets?
The Wonder Bra?
The Wonder Bra. We're supportive.
There you go.
Oh,
boom.
Okay.
Well done.
I mean, with Glenn, absolutely. I loved Green Bean's point of, if you're not going to get on board for Aaron Glenn, who are you going to get on board for? Like, this guy He said it was his dream job. He was practically in tears when he got hired because he wanted to be the Jets head coach so bad. And I don't know if you know this, but the Jets suck. Not many people want to actually come here and try to fix this thing. And Aaron Glenn said, I want to be the guy who fixes it. And after 2 games, we have people who are already out on the guy. Fuck that. Come on. Let's give him some time. A year. I'm asking for 17 games. That's it. You can save any judgment until January 2026. That's my cutoff. If you're not bought in at that point, fine. I have nothing to say to you at that point. But if you're coming at me now in week 3 and going, Glenn sucks, he's horrible, I think we just need to give it more time, man. That's all.
Sky C and Beard, I'll get right back to you in just a second. I just want to throw Mitt Flair, skip the line, says, in my opinion, we got to give Glenn a couple of years before we can judge his performance. This franchise is a mess. Seeing people go crazy over this last game makes me sick. Fans are part of the problem sometimes. Yeah, look, I 100% agree. I think overreactions to, I don't want to call it unjust. Unjust expectations is sort of what I'm trying to say. Like if you set yourself up for these sky-high expectations and you are upset because the Jets lost to a team that may very well win the Super Bowl in the Buffalo Bills. Like, I'm sorry, that's on your expectations. Like, you gotta dial it back a little bit. It's fine to be disappointed and frustrated. Like, look, I came on after the game and I was like, same old Jets. Those are the Jets I came to know and love. But yeah, look, I think you got to give Glenn at least 2 years. I think you can make some judgments and say, okay, is he going to learn from some of these mistakes? Like if he starts calling timeouts or challenges or things like that, and it starts repetitioning or having repeated boneheaded decisions, then yeah, make your judgment or whatever. But Matt, you think fans could be part of the problem?
No, I don't want to put this on the fans. The fans have been through too much shit. And I'm going to stand up for my guy, Will Parkinson had a great rant on socials this week because people were giving him shit because he goes to every game. Let fans go to games. It doesn't matter, right? Like they just want to go and support their team, man. Like, I don't know. Why are people such assholes?
Wait, why? Wait, we're pissed that the fucking house is 50-50 Jets and visitor, and we're mad at Jets fans for going to the game. You got to explain it to me. What's the basis of this? I don't understand.
Because it's like, oh, you're giving the money to ownership and all that stuff, and like, I don't know. He brings up. I don't want to do Will's whole rant here, but he brings up a good point. I think the TV money from all of us at home is probably doing Woody a little bit better than the guy who wants to go watch his team 8 times a year. Like,
not if you buy 2 hot dogs.
If you buy 2 hot dogs and got a Pepsi, then you're shit out. Then you're pocketing all his money. But I just don't like the fan on fan crime.
And Matt, look.
Well, I think what Mitt is trying to say. I was going to say real quick, Bean.
Yeah,
I think what Mitt is trying to say is that fans maybe perpetuate some of the stink, and we create the narrative ourselves sometimes on top of the team just sort of not being great. Sorry, Bean, you have the floor.
Yeah. No. Well, and he's not wrong, right? But here's the thing: if anything's going to be successful, we have to make a decision and do it. Like, Mitt not buying something, and Matt O'Leary buying something, and then Frankie from Flatbush decides not to buy anything. But fucking, Hennessy Heisman's buying shit. Like, if it's gonna work, if we're gonna do something, we gotta all agree. You can't just have an idea in your head and then get mad at people because they're not adhering to the fucking idea you made up and didn't tell anybody about. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta agree. Like, if we're gonna do a boycott's only gonna work if we all do it. Like, if we all say enough is enough and no one shows up, and they don't get any parking revenue, and they don't get any tickets and any hot dog revenue, and we don't watch the game, and nobody buys the fucking gray jersey, right? That's coming out. If we all did that, they would feel it. But, what was it? Who was Will Parkinson going to the game ain't changing shit.
The Garden State Plaza, I believe, is closed on Sundays because of the blue light laws in New Jersey. Maybe we just do a big tailgate in the Garden State Plaza and don't give any parking revenue. We'll donate all the money from parking fees to some charitable cause, and that'll be our group like tailgate. Right?
But then we don't even watch the game.
I
But
mean, you can watch the game. We
either.
all watch on one screen, so there's limited financial
10,000
impact.
people.
Okay.
Right? See?
I see.
Thank
I'm
you.
a smart fella.
Sky C comes in and says, I've watched you guys since summer before Darnold draft, and every year I get up thinking things will change. Things get rearranged, but don't. Yeah, we're shuffling chairs around on the Titanic on a year in, year out basis. Appreciate you being here, Sky C. We know you've been here. Bearded says, do you think it will help or hurt a rookie quarterback to play behind Fields for a season or part of one if he continues to be up and down like this? I don't think Fields is a bad teammate in any capacity. I think he would be absolutely fine as a bridge quarterback. Everything I've seen from him, he's just a stand-up act. I think you may wind up, if a rookie were quarterback too, you may have to go to him earlier because of an injury similar to what we just had in Fields. So I don't particularly love that. Like, it might be worth holding on to 3 quarterbacks next year, with Fields being one, another quarterback kind of giving you that buffer so you don't have to force the rookie in there. But I don't have any issues with Fields being the bridge. Matt, your thoughts?
No, I think he's fine for a bridge. It's kind of similar to, New England last year. They had Jacoby Brissett, and then they eventually turned it over to Drake May. Now, Brissett didn't really play all that well last year, but that's a quarterback that I view in like a similar tier to Justin Fields, where it's and very stylistically different, right? As to not similar in how they play the game, but you can win with them. They have weeks where they look really good. They're just not really all that consistent, and you probably don't feel great about them being your long-term starter. But if the Jets did go down that route and they did take a quarterback in 2026, I think Fields is going to be here. And if you decide you want to start Fields, fine. And, maybe you just get, the back half of the year with the rookie or whatever. But yeah, I don't really feel strongly one way or the other, like that you have to play Fields and sit the rookie, or you gotta play the rookie and Fields is the backup. Like, I don't know. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. But Fields is a good dude. I don't think he's gonna cause any problems or anything like that.
Bean, any thoughts with Fields being the starter in front of a rookie potentially next year?
Well, and I think, the angle of like damaging a new kid, right? Like if Fields is playing poorly, like up and down is the way Bearded put it. So if he's up and down, he's inconsistent, does that damage a quarterback? I don't think so. I think it's more about the coaching and all that stuff, and how much time the young guy has to kind of absorb it before he's thrown in, Whether or not Justin Fields is succeeding, I don't think would have too much bearing. And like was just mentioned by both Ryan and Matt, he's not known as a douchebag. He's not like going to try to keep you down or, make things difficult. He's going to be fine. So it's not, I don't think so. I think, look, if Justin Fields sucks this year or is up and down, and at least that he's not going to be the guy, and we suck and we got a top 10 pick and we're going to do that. I think having him as the backup, you could do a lot worse than having a backup named Justin Fields. And I think that would be fine. So if you want to play Fields for the first quarter of the season just to kind of slow roll your guy, I see nothing wrong with that, actually.
Wyatt says, I think Jets fans are just out of patience. Yeah. Yep, we are. Been here a long time. Nothing really changes. Bearded says, all in on AG. If he can't fix this team, sell and run. I wish it were that easy.
Sell and run. Good advice.
All-American. In Tyrod, we trust. Rich Gannon won his first MVP in year 15 at age 37. Also was at the game on Sunday, still hungover from burying the pain. Is that how old Tyrod is? Tyrod 37? Or is he he's just
gotta
saying
be
like
around
an
36?
older guy that could... Hey, look, I like me some Tyrod. I honestly think the offense is going to look better. You're not going to have the dynamic runs that Fields has, but I think the passing game will kind of spark a little bit. I think the offense will move the ball a little bit better. It wouldn't shock me if the Jets wind up pulling out a win. I'm interested to see if there's any thought to continue to play Fields at some point this season. To continue to play Tyrod in the event Fields does struggle. Like, I think it makes sense for Fields to miss a game anyway. One, just to kind of give him a little bit of a reset. Two, to give him the concussion, rest, and then go back to him against Miami and then maybe at another point something happens, whether he's hurt or isn't playing well or something, and you want to run it back with Tyrod. I'm interested to see what that discussion ends up being like later on in the season potentially. Matt, any thoughts on Tyrod potentially starting?
I like Tyrod. I really do. I would have been okay if they said, you know what, we're just gonna have Tyrod start this year before they sign Justin Fields. The issue with that is Tyrod gets banged up a lot. So I think he's perfect to fill in for a game or two while Justin Fields is recovering for the concussion. I guess, there's a chance that he clears concussion protocol before this game, but I'm kind of going in with the anticipation that it is going to be Tyrod Taylor this week. And I think the offense will look different. He has the ability to push the ball down the field, which Justin Fields doesn't do consistently. Fields obviously a significantly better runner, and they're not going to do all those RPOs and designed runs with, that they do with Fields with Tyrod. But I have no, thoughts that like, oh, Tyrod's starting shit. Now they're really going to be in for it on offense. I don't really think it changes a whole lot for me.
Blitzcrew says, Ryan, Matt, you remember watching AG the player? I do. I first remember games. I shouldn't say like really well. Like, I don't know if I understood a lot of what was going on when I was younger, but I would say 95. I remember sitting in like Giant Stadium, just watching loss after loss after loss. And I'd like turn to my dad and be like, what are we doing? I didn't really understand that much. But then I would say going till like 2000, 2001 is really when it started kind of sticking. So I remember AG watching him play. I don't remember the finer nuances of him. And then I think Matt, you didn't start remembering till 2002. Is that right? Like right around the time?
Like 2003, really, which that's when I knew like what was going on and like week to week. But I remember players and stuff before that. I knew who Aaron Glenn was, and I remember actually pretty vividly when the Texans became a team in 2002 and the Jets lost Aaron Glenn. Like, I understood that was like a big deal, but I can't like sit here and tell you like I remember what it was like watching Aaron Glenn week to week. That no, but I knew who Aaron Glenn was and that he was a good player for the Jets.
Jack says, if Glenn does fail, I say we give Green Bean complete control of the franchise. We've been talking about this for years. You got Green Bean as the GM. You got Matt as the OC. I'll be the contract guy. And then we'll get some of the other guys in the content sphere running the team. We got this. Frank from Flatbush and Dom will be on scouting. We got Jeremy that can work concession stands. And then Tigo, we could put him in a mascot costume and he'll have fun. Be great.
Do they still have knishes at the stadium? I meant to look this year.
What's a knish?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I don't know. What Matt, could you tell me
no,
what a knish is?
Ryan.
Yeah, okay, glad. I'm glad I'm not alone in this. What's a knish?
No. I'm just, you guys don't know what a knish, both of you?
I have never heard that word.
I can't say that I've heard of it, but I can't tell you. I know it's a food, but I don't know like what's in it.
If you told me you have 3 knishes on your kneecap right now, I'd be like, oh man, what is that? Like I have no idea what that word is. A
knish is one of the most amazing things in the world. It's like a mashed potato onion pocket.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Yeah,
like
and at the stadium, there were these square variety, and they've been selling them at the stadium for years. I don't know if they stopped or when they stopped. I actually meant to look because I was thinking about it, but I didn't. So yeah, sometimes you'll see them round, but they're like amazing. So I was going to say Jeremy could definitely up our knish game. You got to look. I mean, Matt, you're looking at knishes right now.
Yeah, it looks. I pulled up a Google image. These look really good.
They're amazing.
Oh, okay, it almost looks like.
Give me a fire emoji if you love knishes. Let's go, knish.
It does. It looks tasty.
They're like my favorite.
I can't say I've definitely never seen one, but it looks good.
Alan said they still sell them there. How much are they, Alan? Do you know by any chance?
$64.
Yeah, they were like, I mean, when I would go to the Jets games years ago, like it was one of the things, like I would always get a knish. Back then they were like, $3, $2. And and it was nice and filling. It's just literally mashed potatoes with like onions mixed in. Very subtle though. It's not like chunky onions, smooth. And then it's just in a fucking dope box. You know what I mean? So good, dude. You'll love it. You guys are going to get knished when I come up. I'm bringing knishes.
Next time I go to the stadium, I'm going to be looking for knishes. Wyatt comes in, says, if we lose by 5, it may as well be 30 points. If we fail this season, we can get a very good rookie quarterback to put behind this O-line. If we win, we win. Yeah, look, I want to win as many games as possible because I'm more than okay needing to trade up if we need to trade up for a quarterback. If we lose, I'm not really going to lose my head over because I do think we're going to be going for a quarterback either way. But I think these players need to learn how to win. I think the coaching staff needs to learn how to win, and the wins are more important than the draft position itself. The Texans, the Chiefs, like there are teams out there who have found their quarterback by trading up to go get them. And it excites me with this offensive line where it could potentially go. So I see where you're at, Wyatt, and I'm in full agreement with you. Hennessy says, Vegas had us at 6 wins for a reason, 2-year rebuild. Yeah, 6 wins is what I had us prior to the season. I think 5.5 was the Vegas over-under. I would say I'm standing pat on that 6-win mark still. Matt, did you say 7 to 8 wins was your mark?
Yeah, I ended up landing on 7. 7 and 10 was my prediction.
Still feeling that's probably where we end up?
Yeah, that hasn't changed. They're 1 game off where I thought they'd be. I thought they would be 1-1 right now. They're 0-2. It's still obviously early in the season. They lost to a team that is competing for a Super Bowl. Buffalo is Super Bowl favorites. They're tied with the Ravens for the best odds for the Super Bowl right now. It sucks that they lost. It really does. And I hate the way that they lost the game, but it doesn't change anything for me. I didn't watch that game and go, oh man, this is a 2-15 team. I just don't feel that way.
Bean, what about you? How many wins did you have prior to the season?
I think I was a 6 to 9, like somewhere in there. And I got to tell you, I feel better about the 9 side now than I did before. I think this is all necessary. I like that all the garbage, all the stinky, we found the rotten apricot in the back behind the couch. Now we didn't wait till week 6 and go, oh my God, Breece Hall can catch the ball. We didn't do that. This is like, it's coming out now. Aaron Glenn knows his punt returner sucks and fumbles the ball. He can't live with him. He now knows that his team will quit on him. They don't give a shit what he's saying or how he's saying it. They will quit. So we gotta fix this now. I don't like the idea of Tyrod. I do want Justin Fields back. I think if there's any chance of anything positive happen, it's got to be with Fields. And I want to know. I don't want there any questions or anything. I just want to do it. But I feel good. I think, dude, it's fucking 2 games, man. We don't know what this season is, and we played really well. Week 1, it would have been really nice to snatch that W out of that one, but it's fine, man. We're good. And just like you guys were saying, dude, if it turns out we're a fucking 4-win team and we're in the top 3, I'm all about that too. I want to see what's going on, and I'm excited for what Aaron Glenn's going to do. I know he now knows, dude, I got quitters in the building, and how am I going to deal with it? I like it. I say I'm leaning more towards 8 or 9 now than I was week 1. Yeah!
Hennessy says, you know what might help? We fill the whole crappy MetLife with Jets fans and actually have a home field advantage, but I can't blame fans for not going. Yeah, look, I mean, ticket prices haven't gone down since the Aaron Rodgers experience. I would imagine if losses do pile up, you're going to have those situations where tickets are cheaper than the price of a beer in the stadium again. It sucks. You need to put a product on the field that fans can be proud of. If you had like the same product you had week 1 and the Jets happened to lose, but that was the product you got week in and week out, that stadium would be full. People would be going to the stadium because it's entertaining. You don't feel like you're wasting your day. But if you have the product that you got from this past Sunday, well, now I really can't blame fans for wanting to hold on to their hard-earned money. So would be nice to have home field advantage, but it's going to take the team winning for that to become a thing. Alan says Fields could use a week off even without the concussion. Bean, you think a week off for Fields is all right? Kind of might do him good?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, look, dude, it's a hard 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks is a long time, man. So it's time for a break. He earned it. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I think he should be fucking on that field. I think they should practice every day of the week, But yeah, I don't know, Alan. I think he should. I don't think that he's earned anything.
Matt, you think it's all right for Fields to be out for a week? Let him kind of think about how he played.
He might need it. He might need it after how he looked in this most recent game. Yeah, I don't think going to Tyrod for a week or two is the worst thing to ever happen.
Sam says more worried about GM than coaching. Thoughts? Day 3 picks, skipping 42 plus draftable DNs, D tackles for Clemens. I think there was a lot of things the Jets needed to do this offseason. I'm not totally beat up that they didn't go D tackle or edge until like late with Barron. We did have the Jets going D tackle much earlier. I think a lot of us had him 2nd, 3rd, 4th round as a need for us. So it's definitely something that fans were aware of. I would say there's some concerning things from both the GM and the coaching. Whoever decided to do the scouting on Brandon Stevens, very, very not good player right now. He pulled up on that Cook touchdown or took a bad angle, whatever it is. Just didn't look like he had the effort there on it. And he certainly doesn't look like a 3-year, $36 million a year kind of guy right now. And then as far as the coaching staff goes, it's so early on, it's hard to tell. I mean, I still really like the 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐽 hire. I think Glenn's going to be a fine head coach for us. Wilkes, I'm sort of indifferent on right now. I think as you can score more points, the defense is allowed to kind of operate in a different capacity. You have more opportunities to turn the ball over and stuff. So some of it is a chicken or the egg sort of situation. Matt, any thoughts on coaching versus GM as far as maybe having some more concern one way or the other?
No, not really. I still think it's early. There's probably more fair criticism for the general manager than there is Glenn right now, in my opinion. But it's still just his first off season too. I'd like to give him a little bit more time, but fair take on, waiting on the defensive lineman, and the guy that they took, Tyler Barron, doesn't really look playable right now at all. He was a healthy scratch and, was unable to push Michael Clemens off the roster.
Being your thoughts as far as coaching or GM, which one you sort of feel a little more uneasy with?
I got to say, I actually agree with this, but I wouldn't say I'm worried yet. Mm-hmm. Like, again, we've talked, I'm like a broken record, and I forgive me, but he's a rookie. He's a rookie GM. Now, Spielman was in the room, so I don't know why he didn't help him out, but trading up for Tyler Barron, it doesn't make sense. Like, bad teams do that whole, trading up and trying to. What we need to do is trade back. We need to keep our picks. We need more players, more guys to bring in, and more shots on hitting on some guys, even if they're only at the depth level or special teams or whatever it might be. But I thought that day 3 was a train wreck. And who knows, maybe the players are great. Maybe Malachi Moore and Smith end up being, studs. That'd be great. But as far as the management of it, it definitely gave me the vibe that Mr. Muji doesn't quite know what he's doing yet. Like, that's the feel I got. Like, how to manage a draft. It's a skill, and he does not possess it. So I'm right with you. I'm not so worried about Aaron Glenn's coaching, man. Whether he succeeds or not, we don't know. But the guy knows how to coach. He knows football. He's one of our best players of all time. Like, he's in that conversation. He's probably the second best cornerback we've ever had. If not second, he's third. It's like Revis, Hasty. You could throw Cromartie in there. But especially like homegrown guys. Like, shit, man, Aaron Glenn was a draft pick, a first-round draft pick. I watched every game of his career, at the Jets anyway. And he was phenomenal. And dude, he's one of us, and he knows what he's doing. As a head coach, we don't know yet, but we're gonna have to see. But Muji, if I'm worried about one, it's definitely Muji more.
I'm gonna throw it to Matt for an ad read. Matt, take it away.
Yeah, guys, we are brought to you by HOF. HOF is your go-to for building smarter parlays. No more missing by just one leg. So frustrating. HOF gives you all the probabilities and insights you need to succeed. See which parlay legs look a little bit risky, Adjust before game time and maximize your chances of hitting with confidence. HOF crunches millions of data points in just seconds. Whether you're building a same game parlay or you're picking money line, let the stats help guide your decisions. No math or stats knowledge is needed. So guys like me, not very good at math, don't need to worry about it. HOF is going to help you out. It's designed to be easy to use for the everyday sports fan. And for a limited time, our listeners not only get a 7-day free trial, but they also get 50% off their first month when they use code TalkinJets at checkout. Just download the HOF app on iOS or Android, enter TalkinJets, and you're all set.
Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Blitz Crew comes in and says, Green Bean, remember AG returning that missed Colts field goal attempt for a touchdown? Is that still the Jets' return record? I think it is. I actually remember that game. Unfortunately, the Jets wound up losing that game. Super frustrating. That was a great return. I believe it is. I think it was a 109-yard return. I mean, I'm sure it's the longest field goal return for us. But even kick return, you really can't get further than 109 anyway. Bean, you remember that play?
Oh, I absolutely remember. I don't remember if we won or lost either.
We definitely lost.
But
for whatever reason, it's burned into my memory bank.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was amazing. That's one of those things that's so rare. You never get to see that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think, I mean, dude, Aaron Glenn, you know, when we drafted him, he was also like a very electric punt returner in college and kick returner. And we were toying with the idea of him being that, but he was so good. You know, you don't want to subject your starting, you know, Pro Bowl, potentially all pro level cornerback to punt returns. They'll fucking kill him. You know, third stringer getting the chance to take him out, you know. But yeah, he was great, man. Aaron Glenn, like, and I do get it. Like when people would say to me, I mean, I've been around a long time, so, but like, you know, the Don Maynards, the, you know, Matt Snells of the world, like I get it. I know them, but I don't have any connection to it. So, you know, it's different. You know, when you remember somebody, you watch them play, there's a certain value that they have to you. So I get it where a lot of fans, like he stopped playing for us in what, 2002? Maybe?
Yeah, I think 2 was the expansion draft.
Yeah, so that's when we lost him. And so, I mean, that's a long time. And we were talking 23 years. If you've become a fan in the last 23 years, Aaron Glenn means nothing to you. You know what I mean? So I do get it. But yeah, I think I think we got our guy, man. At least he's got a shot to be the guy.
Jack Skillington says, realistically, I now believe that when we eventually end our playoff drought, it would have eclipsed 17 or 18 years. It's truly remarkable. So we are 15 years of no playoffs. This year, if it doesn't happen, would be 16. So at the earliest next year, 17, potentially 18 years. I mean, it's a statistical anomaly. Like just from us not even finding a quarterback too. It just doesn't seem like you can lose as many games as we have lost and not get the number 1 overall pick. And then also not hit on any quarterback and also not like make the playoffs. Like there is a lot of stuff that just makes no damn sense if you're any sort of, percentage based individual. It's just an anomaly. The Jets are. Matt, your thoughts?
Not a math guy, but the math isn't mathing on this. Sometimes teams make the playoffs by accident. I mean, hell, the Raiders have done it a few times. The Browns have made the playoffs. It just really stinks that it's, 15 years already. I'm hoping it doesn't go past 17 or 18. That'd be really disappointing. I don't think it's going to be this year, but I'm hoping 2026 will be the year that breaks.
Bean, your thoughts on the playoff drought?
I hope it's not 18 years. But yeah, man, what the Jets have managed to do in the realm of suctitude, like it's so creative and so, it's like impossible. It's like how Justin Fields, like we have some of the worst quarterback play in the history of the NFL consistently. And somehow he had a 1.1 quarterback rating?
Tied for our worst. I think
With who?
I want to say Sam Darnold's ghost game was 1.1, and then what was the other one? There was two that were like
Rod-
within one.
Rogers last year.
It was the first
in
game.
Buffalo.
Oh, that's what it
In
was.
Buffalo.
Really?
Ugly. Yeah, they were all like 1.1 or 1.2. Yeah.
But think about it. Like in 2 games, he comes in here. 1 game, he's laser accurate. His legs are great. He's got 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. And then the next game, he's not just, he's not, he didn't play as well. He's so bad that it matches the worst quarterback performance we've ever seen. Think about that. Like, and just like you said, like, that's one of my favorites. Like, we have been so consistently in that group of teams that suck, like that top end of the draft, for decades. Yet we have not had the prize of sucking. The Jaguars have had it multiple times. The Panthers, the Browns, everybody gets it. We don't know how to suck. Like, that's so hard to do. And here we are. We are a level of abysmal that nobody can fucking touch. Like, we got cousins. We got people that are our peers, but we are the champion. It's unbelievable. And then the playoff drought is just the one out front, man. It's just the loudest bullhorn. You know what I mean? But we are amazing, quite frankly.
It's got to be harder and a more statistical like outlier to be as bad as we are and not get the #1 pick, because I think to Green Bean's credit, I think that the Jaguars have had it 3 times in the last 10 years. I think it was right.
You get 21, 22, and
it was Walker and Lawrence, and I guess this year was high. It was 2 Hunter.
They traded up, though. They traded up for him. But yeah, I mean, the Carolina Panthers had it multiple times. The Jaguars have had the #1 overall pick multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns have
had it like 3
times
times in like a 4-year stretch or something stupid. Or no, I think it was teams led by McCown. I think is what it was. It was like they had 2 years with the Browns having it, and then I think he was with the Bucks the one time, and they got it for Winston too. It was like just a crazy stretch. I hate it.
It's amazing, dude. And we haven't done it. And the last time we did, which was 1997, we had Orlando Pace, Hall of Famer, Walter Jones, Hall of Famer, and we could have used a tackle. We had a left tackle in Jumbo Elliott, but he was aging. He was on the last 1 or 2 years. We fucking traded it away. We didn't even take anybody. Now that you would think, okay, well, that's fine. You had the #1 pick. It's going to be franchise changing. No. We traded it back. Ultimately, what we got was like I think we traded back twice. So we got like the 6th overall pick. We got a 3rd and like a 5th and 2 7ths. Like, that's really, I can tell you, but it's like chump change. And it was a draft. Dude, let me tell you something. It was one of those drafts where it was valuable. Like Orlando Pace and Walter Jones, just the tackles alone. Like, there were teams willing to throw. They would die for those guys. We gave our last 1st overall pick away for peanuts. That makes it even that much worse.
I feel like the draft used to be that way. Like, draft picks were not valued like at all the way they are like today. Especially like the rookie pay scale absolutely drastically changed the draft calculation. But for teams not like caring about draft picks, it's pretty fascinating what used to be. Alan Dode says Knish $6 at MetLife in 2025.
That's not bad.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
You know, they probably made them smaller too, Matt. You know, like what they're doing with like bags. Yeah, like, so what they're doing, like, to keep prices down, like, I buy a lot of chicken feed and dog food and all that shit. And what they do is they keep the price the same, but a 50-pound bag is now 38 pounds.
Yeah.
So the Knish is probably, used to be like, you know, like this big. They're probably this big.
It's like the cream in an Oreo.
2 bites.
It's like, the first time I noticed the cream in an Oreo, I used to take the fork and I would take the fork into the middle of the cream and I would dunk the Oreo in my milk. Once my forks no longer were able to hold a cookie within the cream and the cookie would like fall off, I knew I was getting screwed. Now I got to go double stuff. And double stuff is no longer double stuff. It's really like they have mega stuff.
Double stuff is original stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And mega stuff
my
is
God.
like maybe what it used to be double stuff wise. It's terrible.
Unbelievable.
World
I
we're
hate it.
living in.
Let me tell you what we got in that trade. So, like, the New York Jets traded down. This is a 19. Oh, this is the 2020. What the hell are they doing? No, the 19. Hold on. Jets trade 1997 NFL draft. Let's see. The Orlando Pace trade. You guys ready for this?
Let's go.
So, this guy's talking a lot. Jesus Christmas. Just tell me what the fuck it was. I'm sorry. We ended up taking James Farrier. Do you guys remember him?
Yeah.
Not as a Jet, but as a Steeler.
Yeah.
He
I
was
remember
really
him
good
just
as a
before he
Steeler.
went to the Steelers.
I tell you, I think I suck at this. I don't know why I can't seem to find it now. Let me see. All right, sorry. So here's the trade. The Jets traded its first overall pick to the St. Louis Rams. We got a third. We got their first, of course, a third, a fourth, and a seventh round pick. We got the sixth, a 67th, and 102, and a seventh. So, yeah, a third, a fourth, and a seventh. Could you fucking imagine?
And
The first, we slid down 5 spots and got a third, a fourth, and a seventh.
imagine if Parcells would have said, "Yeah, we'll take Peyton. Come on out."
Yeah.
How it would have changed so much.
Well, and the real problem was that Peyton Manning was coming out. Everybody knew Peyton Manning was coming out. He wanted to be the first overall pick. This is real stuff. You can dig in. Matt O'Leary's a good researcher. You can figure, Matt, you can call me out if I'm full of shit. This is real. Archie Manning had a conversation with Parcells. He wouldn't guarantee, he wouldn't state that he was going to take him. So he wanted to play New York and he wanted to be the number 1 overall pick. Everybody knew he was coming out. They were blown away when he decided to stay in school. He didn't stay in school to avoid playing for the Jets. He stayed in school to avoid not being the number 1 overall pick and playing in a premier market. That's why he stayed. And it's real. So all Parcells had to do was say, of course I'm going to take Peyton Manning. And we would have had Peyton Manning. And then if he just would have quit when he quit, we would have had Peyton Manning and Belichick. Think about that.
I don't want to.
Instead,
We got this
Then he
lovely bunch for the last 30 friggin' years. Damn it.
Yeah.
Eric
Best.
comes in and says AG was also part of the team that went 1-15 with the clueless coach to a 9-7 Hall of Fame coach, then basically put the fear of God in players that were sent packing if you didn't play it his way. I'm curious to see how Glenn handles players at the end of this year. Like, how much is he going to be the Iron Fist? Are we going to see more of the Parcellian sort of mindset? Is there a blending of Sean Payton and Dan Campbell in there? Aaron Glenn obviously said, I'm Aaron Glenn. I'm going to coach my way. So I'm interested to see how that sort of looks as we go through. Matt, what's your sort of expectation as far as going from year 1 to year 2 with Aaron Glenn? What are you hoping? I don't know. What sort of growth would you hope to maybe see?
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I was saying before, I don't think they're like a 2-win team. So I don't think it's going to go from like 2-15 to 10-7 next year or whatever the parallel is. But I want to see, we brought up before the 2022 Lions who beat the Jets late in the year. They started 1-6 and then finished that year 9-8 and got hot in the second half and have been great ever since. So I want to see the Jets take a tangible step forward this year. They were a 5-win team last year. I want to see them win more than 5 games this year. And I want to feel good about how this team finishes the season. Don't feel great about it right now after week 2, but there's 15 games left. Can you give me something over the next 15 games to make me feel confident going into the next season on the coaching staff? That's kind of where I'm at right now with him.
Bean, what do you want to see from year 1 to year 2 with Glenn, whether that be on the field, off the field? Just maybe, and it's tough. We're only 2 weeks in, so it's hard to kind of say that. But what is your hope?
Here's my real hope. I know there's a lot of answers you can come up with, but I'm going to go out in left field as I've been doing tonight. I'm feeling very left fieldy. So I'm going to say from year 1 to year 2, what I would like to see from Aaron Glenn is that fans stop being assholes and give him a chance. And that he's earned, even though we're not there yet, we didn't win anything. He's earned that like Matt said, we're really on the you can tell we're on course. He's made some hard decisions. We've won some tough games. You know, we've progressed, and that fans stop being so hair triggery. That's what I want for Aaron Glenn, year 1 to year 2. Ryan.
Loose Seal Ball says that's pretty funny. I enjoy that.
That was good.
I like that.
Jets no-show versus Bills, not watching bad football. Yeah, I don't blame anyone. I had a lot of friends say, like, dude, I turned it off like in the third quarter. Like, nope, I'm not letting them waste my day. And I literally I'm sitting here watching, like, I'm not gonna let it hurt the rest of my day. I came on, I did maybe like a 13-minute post game, and I was like, I'm good. I don't need to hear any more from any of the fans. I know exactly how I feel on this. I'm gonna go enjoy some time with the family. And that's sort of where I'm going to live right now, so I don't mentally go insane. Boogie Down Bronx says, I wish Green Bean was our GM because we would be at worst. We would be at worst. Oh, he wrote it twice. Would be at worst 1-1 right now. GM Green Bean. Yes.
Right, baby.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah. I'm telling you, 2 years. Put me in there. Like Ryan said, I'm bringing a whole bunch of Matt O'Leary's and everybody else with me. You know, maybe we got to have some people that are experienced. We can't be all Jets guys, content creators and fans, but we're going to be in the fucking room. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to have weekly kind of open forum, like town hall-y kind of stuff with fans. You know what I mean? We're going to really talk this out. And I'm going to be able to say, hey, listen, idiot. Stop fucking, get your head out of your ass, kid. You know, that kind of, we're going to talk. We'll fix it. 2 years, man. 2 years. We're going to stop the madness with overthinking the draft like a bunch of tools. And my coaches, I just 2 years. Matt O'Leary, Ryan, Frankie from Flatbush, Green Bean. We'll get it done.
Hey, Woody, if you're listening to this, or sorry, not Woody, Brick, if you're listening to this, hire us for a year. Give us a year or two. You know, whatever the salaries are of all the comparable positions, we'll take 25% of that. For 2 years. Got it. What's the worst that happens? We get a Netflix documentary about it. You make a little bit extra cheddar on the side. It'll be the year the fans took control of the team. Let's see what happens. Curveballs, baby.
Dude, it's a beautiful story.
Wesley says, it's us versus the Browns for the worst franchises. Yeah, man, I don't want to be thought of in the same sentence as the Browns, but man, we are in a league of, I don't want to say a league of our own because I guess it is the Browns. Detroit was in that league for the longest time until 2022. They turned it around.
Right. We're worse.
Yeah, we stink. I mean, there's no way that any top quarterback that like has a year of eligibility left would be like, okay, I want to go to the Jets or the Browns. It's more like, okay, the Jets have like the third pick and then I'm like the third quarterback. Like, okay, bam, now I'm here. But man, I don't think anyone wishes to go to either one of our franchises. At least we're in like a premier market. Cleveland's kind of rough spot. And their jerseys are ugly. Hideous team. The Browns, they're orange. I don't even know the right color of their team. Stupid. It is a silly thing. Boys, we are on week 2 of our
This Week's Bloody Knuckles.
Oh man, look at the stinger.
Yeah, you like that? That was fun. I was hoping to I don't know, week 1 we had a lot of candidates. I don't think we'll be able to come up with 4 names this week.
It's gonna be tough.
I have no idea who I would even put up for this award.
Let's see. What's our punter's name again?
So I think I think the top 2 players on PFF were Tyrod and Ruckert because of the garbage time touchdown. I think outside of that, I think Membu did all right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Simpson did all right, and Myers did all right. And then Fashanu and Titman had pretty bad games, according to PFF. I don't know. I see people saying Ruckert. Oh, Juwan Briggs is a good one. Briggs is a good one.
That's a great one. I would say Ruckert would be my answer for this week. Finally gets in the end zone. Was good as a blocker again this week. I'll say Jeremy Ruckert.
All right, so he's got Ruckert. Who do you got, Ryan?
I'm gonna go Briggs. I like Ruckert and Briggs as options. I think we'll probably only be able to come up with 4.
Well, we got to give one to the poll. We got to give a whole nother group to the poll, right? So
well, that's what I was going to say. If we have our 3 and there's enough people in the chat, like,
yeah, well, we can make guys. So look, here you go.
We've only got 2. There's only 2 names that have popped up in the chat so far.
Well, I'm going to say Sauce Gardner for mine. I thought that he was sticky. He had a couple tackles that were tough, right? Good coverage. I mean, obviously you got the penalties and all that shit, which aren't great. But I thought the one was pretty ridiculous. The other one was not. The other one was totally legit. But anyway, I'm going to put Sauce. So we got Ruckert. You said, who'd you say? Briggs?
Juwan Briggs, yeah. Sauce.
Yeah, but like, what about Membu qualifies? Right, definitely.
Okay.
Cisco does not.
We can do a vote if we want. The only other name that I've seen thrown out there is
Malachi
Falk
Moore
for hitting a 51-yarder.
But it's
Austin
bloody knuckles.
McNamara.
It's not who just, it's bloody knuckles. It's a specific thing. It's not just who played well. It's got to be specific. Who had a tough game. That's what it is. Bloody knuckle players. Guys who do anything. Guys who fucking leave it on the field.
I do like Bearded's comment of Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis is really I've taken a liking to him because he seems like just a smart player and feels like he gives it his all every time he has a hand on the ball. So I do like that one. I'm looking in there. Membu got beat off and said Eddie. Yeah, I was surprised to see Membu had as high of a grade as he did. I thought he had a little bit of a rough game.
I thought the offensive line was fine in this game. I really had more of an issue with. I thought Fields was late on a lot of things, and the ball placement was off.
And he was getting jumpy in pockets way before he needed to. Like he was getting panicky and happy feety while there was still a pocket. Like he would, the week before he would just step up and let it go. And he was like there was one in particular early in the game. Garrett Wilson was wide open right in front of him. Now there was a lot of movement around, so you maybe didn't see him, but he was getting like jumpy and he was looking to escape. And he had a good second and a half that he didn't need to do that. And then he ended up getting sacked.
Bosa got through a few times. I think he might have been the highest graded player in that game. I don't have it offhand, but I want to say he had like 10 pressures. It was a lot.
They had Mason Taylor on him. The strip sack was Mason Taylor trying to block him.
Yeah, I don't know why we're doing that. We did it the week before with TJ Watt too. Like, why are we putting our tight end solo on these premier edge rushers? That I don't like.
Like, I'd rather throw out an extra offensive lineman at that point. Like, put two beefy guys on them.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to chip, right? I mean, once in a while, but they're supposed to chip and then do what they got to do, or just be a part of the sixth man on the line. They're not supposed to be solo on a premier edge rusher, man.
Yeah,
not often, but we're doing that. That's 2 weeks in a row. We're seeing a lot of it.
So do we have
who we putting on the poll?
I have no idea. I mean, I think we just put one additional player at this point because it doesn't seem like anyone's really jumping out. Mike Smith says Sherwood was okay. I thought Sherwood has not looked good the last 2 weeks. I thought there's been a lot of out there with him.
Yeah, he's struggled. But I think and even when the week before, Michael Carter II, even guys that we know, they're pretty good players. They seem to be struggling with assignments, and they're late. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like it might take a minute for these guys to actually get into defense. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems that way to me. All right, so we got Sauce.
We're gonna do Sauce,
got?
Briggs, Ruckert, and I'm just gonna put Folk / McNamara. I think.
No, he's not a bloody knuckles. No, he's not.
Okay,
They're
fine. Not a
bloody
kicker.
knuckles.
Give me another name. Give me some
Isaiah
other name.
Davis.
Isaiah Davis.
Isaiah Davis. All right.
He should have had a 30-yard catch and run, but Fields threw it behind him.
Yeah, fucking Fields throws it behind him. He's got to spin around. Mason Taylor would have had a nice first down too, at least.
Yeah, there was a lot.
And that was the next play after that.
It's terrible.
Too high.
Dude, that first pass, like think about what the game could have been, right?
Oh,
Like, okay,
Garrett.
you run into the line, it didn't work. Garrett Wilson, that was a 18, 20-yard play? All he had to do was it's a pitch and catch. He was right there. And he sails it over his head. That kills the drive. Like that game, if Justin Fields was a little bit settled down, he didn't even have to be great. It's like that could have been a completely different game. Michael Clemens doesn't get the fucking penalty. We hold him to a field goal. Justin Fields hits Garrett Wilson. Like, dude, it's not that hard. You know? Sick of these guys.
Put on Michael Clemens.
Hey, he did have bloody knuckles for real.
He had
broke his nose.
Bloody nose.
Yeah. It's funny. As soon as it happened, I was like, I guarantee it's Clemens. Like before they showed us.
Dude, I thought it was
yeah.
good. I didn't realize it was gonna be his nose. The way he ran off, it didn't seem like it was anything too bad. But I was like, oh man, maybe it was a collarbone or something, and like he just got whacked the wrong way. And then you see the slow mo of like right through the fucking face mask.
I just saw the blood dripping out. Ugh,
Yeah,
that hurts.
I see. Peter S asking, whose voice is that for the award? You'll never know.
We hired a guy. That shit ain't cheap, man.
No,
That's
we
why,
got
like, they're making fun of us on Twitter saying that we're scumbags because we have ads. Dude, how are we going to get the fucking Bloody Knuckles announcer guy?
Yeah. What ads are they talking? Or what are they talking about? The Hall of Fame thing?
No, that was the guy. It's a conspiracy theory that we are part of the Jets. We're sycophants who are part of the Jets propaganda machine, and that we're on their golden ticket or fucking exchange, and we're getting all this money, and our streams are unwatchable now because we're just talking. We're mouthpieces for the Jets, and that's why we make all this money.
It's almost like we're fanatics for the team we watch and we talk about them nonstop. I mean, you know how much of a discount we got on our group buy tickets? Donut.
What?
Zero discount.
I was gonna say I don't think
We didn't get any discount. Doesn't happen. We just pump out a ton of content and we love hanging out with you guys. It's honestly a good time.
Yeah. Let me say one thing before you move on.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that Ricky from New York is in the chat. You
Yes.
guys see what I'm wearing today?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a
hell
good
yeah.
one. That's
Isn't
the
it?
channel. Yeah.
fire.
And it's painful because the way that he made it, this is like, I'm a big concert shirt guy. Like I collect tour shirts. I have a robust and very impressive collection. So and the way I buy tour shirts is it has to have the date of the show I was at on the shirt, right? That's key. So what he did with the last year's schedule is he did this, like what does it say? Like our tour, right?
Revenge tour.
or some shit.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like with Aaron Rodgers and Gary. It was set up so beautifully, and then it ended up being a clam. So like they fucked Ricky's shirts too. You know what I mean? It's just deep. It's layers of this, Matt. You know?
It cuts.
so many layers.
But I do love the shirt, and I want to say thank you to Ricky for sending it over, and I wear it proudly. It brings back, this is my era, like the 3/4 shirts. You see where
I
it is?
love the 3/4, the baseball tees, the 3/4 shirts.
Yeah. So
got
good
Mutt-Files.
shit, Ricky.
Mutt-File says, can we just get a win this week? Sunday's performance was pathetic. If we come out against Tampa and punch them in the nose and win, narrative changes. Yeah, look,
Totally.
that game against or with the Bucks last night, really good. Like Baker went down the field and just like everything I want out of our Jets was exactly what Baker did. his little run. Looked like he was getting hurt, came up and started like jawing with the player that tackled him. Ugh. Just give me a
Baker.
win. I want to see.
He's such a gamer. He
I
really
love
is.
Baker. He should have been a Jet. He should have
I
been a
wanted
goddamn
him
Jet.
so bad that year in 2018. There's a great picture of me in a cutoff Baker Mania t-shirt. I got to see if I can find it.
Oh man, but if we would have drafted him, we wouldn't have him now anyway. We would have definitely gotten rid of him. Jets fans, even if he was, we would have been like, this guy's a bum. He needs to go.
Yeah, that's just kind of our MO at this
It's hard.
point.
That's how we do it.
Dude, I was all about Broadway Baker. I was like, it's gonna happen. He plays like a Jet. He's scrappy. Oh, wow, O'Leary.
And you with the headband. I did a
You
live
look
mock draft.
very young there.
Oh man, Matt Stud. Look at that. I love it.
I was young. I was, I don't know, 20, 23?
23. Damn.
It's a long time ago now.
Damn. We have aged, my friends. This team will do that to us. Do you think the narrative changes if the Jets win this week?
No doubt.
Maybe it's like how we win. Like if we win on like a, because if it's Tyrod leading us, does that actually change the narrative? If we're going back to Fields the following week, like how much can change? Is it more of an eyeball test, Green Bean?
Well, I mean that right. That's an interesting little subsection of this whole thing. But check it out. If we come out and we're just calmer, like it's not like we're not so dead and erratic and all that kind of shit. We just play a decent game and we win. The narrative shifts to look how great of a coach Aaron Glenn is. Look what he did in 1 week. You know what I mean? He turned everybody around and all that kind of stuff. The Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor story, that's going to be interesting. And I think we would need more than 1 week to see anything, to really start to make any opinions. But if he plays, if he throws for 250 and 2 touchdowns and we win, it's on like Donkey Kong, baby. You know it. But I think if we win and it's not like some crazy bullshit, I think it's all about Aaron Glenn.
Matt, what are your thoughts on if the Jets win? Does this change the narrative?
Yeah, we'll start talking 9-8 again. Oh, okay. Last week was the anomaly. They probably should be 2-1 right now.
Right.
What do you mean? We were all
That's
down just 4 days ago.
That makes me smile.
That's 100. I'm right with you.
Isaac, becoming a member of the channel. What's up, Isaac? Good man. Came over to the tailgate. Came out to 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐫𝐢. We were hanging out.
Yeah.
Isaac's good people. We like Isaac.
We got a good time with Isaac.
Speaking of people who bailed on us this year, Wyatt says, if you could get any quarterback in their prime as our starter now, who would it be? Get any quarterback in their prime.
Current?
What?
Current quarterback?
I think he's saying any quarterback.
Any
let's do
quarterback in
current,
their
because then it's like, then it's like Troy Aikman, Joe Montana, or whatever,
Are we saying
Yeah,
our
current.
own
I like that,
or
Matt.
like any quarterback? Let's narrow this down a little bit. Have a little bit of a discussion.
Okay.
Let's say, do we want to say any current quarterback in the NFL? Do we want to say any quarterback that the Jets have had in their prime? Because I feel like that answer is probably going to be Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre in their prime, and then come back. I don't know. How do we want to spin it?
I guess any quarterback now who's in their prime.
Yeah. If
What, does
there's
it have to
a
be Jets?
quarterback out there, you know who I really like, and I'd love to see him really do well this season, and I think he's off to a pretty decent start. I really like Justin Herbert. Herbert's one of those guys that's just like an easy guy to kind of root for, but he just hasn't been like, he's like Phillip Rivers, obviously same team and everything. But
very much.
He's very, very fun quarterback to watch. He's mobile, big arm. I'll say Herbert. That would be the guy I'll throw out there. Matt, who do you think?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, I want to change my vote. That's a good one. I like Lamar.
Why? Who did you said Herbert?
I said Herbert. Lamar's the answer. It's Lamar or Allen. I feel like is probably like where people are going to
it's gotta
gravitate
be.
towards. Lamar's
And that's
so
what
good.
Wyatt's fishing for. Wyatt is a Wyoming person, and Allen's the only person that ever came out of Wyoming and did something with their life. So, you know, he really wants that. That's what he's doing. He's trying to get us to say Josh Allen. I know how you fucking roll, Wyatt. I'm not going to say it. I won't say it. And I won't say Lamar. I'm going to say Badgent.
Tyson Badgett. Brother.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see. Who's another good quarterback roaming around? Patrick Mahomes?
Dude, how about Burrow getting knocked out for like 3 months?
Oh,
Like,
that sucks.
Is there like any shot that like he wants out at some point? Because like that offensive line is damn near close to like Andrew Luck caliber bad. Like I'm pretty sure they've been 28th or worst every year since Burrow has entered the league. They just can't figure it the fuck out.
It's a problem. It's a really big problem.
Damn.
Yeah.
The nice thing is it feels like the Jets are on the right track from an offensive line standpoint moving forward. So whoever they bring in for next year, or even like if there happens to be a quarterback out there that becomes available via trade, like I feel like there's a lot more optimism from the potential that could come in, because our line doesn't appear to be like Swiss cheese as it's been in years past. Interesting. Mutt Vile's all about Burrow. He's saying Burrow is going to get traded this past year too. Bearded says Tyrod at quarterback. What was that, Bean?
I'd like. No, I was just thinking out loud. I would say I think Chad Pennington on any of the teams that we've had over the past couple of years, even now, I think we'd be seeing like some really amazing fucking football.
Yeah,
just like real efficient. You know, don't
stay
have
healthy.
to bomb the ball down. Yeah, stay healthy.
Yep, so accurate. Just gets he's like pretty like a surgeon. You know, nothing crazy. Like you said, like the air balls. Like he wasn't Russell Wilson sending it. He could, you know, from time to time, but that wasn't his game. He was just accurate. The play action was good. Like that Justin Fields naked bootleg touchdown that he had. That was Chad Pennington.
He was the
all
best
day.
at play
We did that shit constantly.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's videos of Chad like running into the end zone after like a play action, and he does the spike, and it's like he would fake the camera guys out consistently.
Yep,
all the time. Very fun to watch.
It was so good. I can't believe his injury history. He was the one, man.
Yeah,
he was the one we got right in the draft.
Yep. Bearded says Tyrod at quarterback. Do the depth weapons change? Wide receiver shift. No, I think it's still the same wide receiver 2 by committee. I like seeing Arian Smith out there a lot. I think he played, was he the second most wide receiver snaps? I want to say it was like 22 of the snaps. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think I might have saved it.
You know who can't play this week?
I don't want to see Lazard.
Alan Lazard. We want to talk about an what's the opposite of bloody knuckles? That's what Lazard gets for his effort in the blocking game and just going through the motion. He gave 0 effort in this one.
So Lazard and Smith had the same amount of snaps. Johnson had 45, Garrett Wilson had 44. Those were the top 2 wide receivers, and Smith and Lazard. Yeah, I'm fine with ending the Lazard experience. It's the same thing with Clemens,
Brandon
too.
Smith on the damn field, Ryan?
Well, that's just, like both those guys, like Lazard and Clemens specifically, they're not going to be here next year. So like I'm fine with just giving the young guys reps at some point. I don't know when they pull that trigger, but I feel like you gotta do something. I don't know. It's weird that in the snap count, Membu is counted as a tackle, and then Olu is counted as an O lineman. And then you got Tippmann and Myers at both centers.
Yeah, why?
I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense. Does not compute. Braylon Allen has a lot less snaps too than I would have thought at this point, I think.
Well, we didn't have any offensive snaps.
That's true.
That was a thing.
Lots of 3 and outs.
It's like
47 snaps was the most
had
we had.
Yeah, dude, it was like it was terrible. So like Wyatt was talking in the game stream. He's like, you know, he was talking about like how much worse it is to watch bad defense. And I'm like, well, it's interesting because when you have bad offense, you don't watch them. You know what I mean? Like they're never on the field. Like it's 3 plays and they're out. So you don't get a chance to really like blame them for the game. Then you see the Jamie and Sherwoods and the fucking Tony Adams and the Ciscos and everything. Because they're on the field all damn day. So there's 80, 90, 100 plays on them. And that's a lot. And then, so like they're wearing down, they're tired, in addition to whatever other confusion and shit. But it's like you see them constantly sucking or struggling, and it really becomes glaring. But like, yeah, dude, when you look at our snap counts, like, Brees ran the ball this many times, or it's like, yeah, because we were up and 3, down and 3 all day. It's crazy, right?
I don't know how we can't stay on the field. I would have thought with Fields as the running quarterback and Brees being able to kind of find his way back, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Brees had a rough go of it this past week. The whole offense did. When you're 3 and out consistently, you can't build.
Like
it was
no rhythm.
Well, didn't you guys feel it? Like that first 2 runs, it seemed like nobody cared. I felt it right then. It was like flat. There's nobody holding their blocks. He looks slow to the hole. It's like,
yeah, we didn't spark. There was no offensive spark to speak of. I thought we were going to have it with the Fields run, and then did we run out of time before half?
That was the miss to Isaiah Davis on first down, and then on second down he threw it 10 feet too high for Mason Taylor, and then it was 3rd 10. He threw it out of bounds and they punted.
Yeah, stupid. Hate it. Done.
I have a funny one for you guys. Well, we have a couple minutes here towards the end of the show. So before, I don't know if you guys heard, but there was like a lot of noise outside my window. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I texted Taylor, who's downstairs, and like, do you hear that? And she's like, yeah, what's that? And I was like, I don't know. So I was looking on Instagram, and there's a dive bar around the block from my house, and they are doing in their parking lot a little person wrestling tournament. So those were the sounds from a little person wrestling tournament. So at the beginning of the show, if you noticed me like looking around, like what the hell's going on? It's because I was hearing all these. I'm like, where's that noise coming from? And then I open up Instagram, and there is just some phenomenal videos. I'll see if I can pull one up on my phone real quick because you guys need to see this.
I can't. I was at work and we had an outing at 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐽. That's incredible. We had an outing at 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐽 last year, and they had a little Trump and a little Biden riding around the golf carts, and they couldn't hit the gas pedals. And like,
that's funny.
I got a good chuckle out of it. Very funny. I think we've talked about the. Adonis comes in. Adonis says, my daughter sees you guys and starts yelling JETS, 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 Jets. She's 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love it. That. We're brainwashing them. We love you, little Adonis. Whatever your little name is.
That's so cute.
Oh, man. What do we got?
Your girls watch the games with you yet, Ryan?
So nap time falls usually like between like 12:30 and like 3-ish. Shay hasn't really like she'll say Jets, 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 and she'll be kind of like playing around. Ren, the younger one that just turned 2, is interested. She's more of like, I think she's going to be my buddy watching the games more consistently. But what I do is I'll bear hug the kids and I'll say, oh, how do you get out of it? And I said, JETS, 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 Jets. I'm like forcing them into this fanhood right now.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm a bad dad. I don't know what to say. Sorry, kids. It'll be fun, though. I'm looking forward to it, especially like, honestly, when we were looking at like late season tickets, it's nice that they're playing at 1 o'clock because the girls actually have an opportunity to at least see the Jets on TV. Where like last year we had so many primetime games, the kids are in bed by the time that actually happens. So, I'm hoping we get to see a little more excitement out of it. Who knows? Maybe at some point, if the tickets get real cheap later in the season, maybe I'll take them out or 1 or 2 of them out to see a game. Be kind of nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Forcing the kids to do Jets chants will make them Patriots fans, Ryan. Nah, no shot. If they want a roof over their head, Jets fan, baby. Fun fact,
man,
I got my
doing
roof redone yesterday. Dude, these guys showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning and we're done at 8 o'clock at night. Like, just like 10 dudes showed up, ripped my old roof apart, shingles all the way back on, in and out. Impressive.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors is getting an extension on their house, and I am shocked at how fast that is going up. And like, you every day it was like, holy shit, there's like an extra 20 feet of house here. You blink and there it is.
I like it. I wish I knew how to do that sort of stuff. I feel like you could save like a ton.
Roofing, that shit's hard though. You don't want to do it.
No.
My wife's dad used to do it. It kicks the shit out of your back, moving shingles. It's pretty dangerous to do too. Like, that's not one I want to learn. But carpentry and like the building an addition on or something like that, that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice.
Now, you guys are talking about these impressive guys. Now, conversely, my dishwasher, we got a whole new thing. He's like new dish, this whole new kitchen set where like the front is like glass and you can like write on it and shit like that. But we've had it for like, I don't know, let's call it 7 months. And the dishwasher's already fucking broke. So I had to call them to come in. I wait 2 weeks for them to come. So now we're washing dishes by hand, which when you forget, like, you forget, right? How much that sucks when you got a dishwasher. So now we're washing dishes by hand. So they take whatever 2 weeks to get there. The guy comes in his fucking big dishwasher fixer truck, and he goes, "Oh, it's a sensor." I said, "Okay, cool. How long will that take?" He's like, "Well, I don't have the part." I said, "Well, how long is that going to take?" "I got to order it." I'm like, "Why do you have your truck? And it's a fucking dishwasher. Like, how many components can it have, dude? Like, just have the stuff, So he doesn't have that. So he's got to order it. So good news is only 4 days go by, and they call and say, "Hey, we got the part. We're going to come by tomorrow." Great. He comes by, and guess what he doesn't have?
No, I forgot it.
Because it was a different, they sent a different guy. He comes and he goes, "Oh, I don't have this part in my truck. It's in the other truck."
Oh my God.
So now they were supposed to come today, but they fucking ghosted us. And now I don't know. So we're just, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm doing. I got his little tiny sensor. You got to go boop, boop, and put a new one in. And I can't get it. It's been a month of washing dishes by hand.
That's frustrating. Our top rack in our dishwasher broke, and I've been pretty good at ordering parts and just trying to figure out fixing it myself. The parts are easier than like a sensor, though. I don't know where you'd necessarily find that. I had to fix my ice machine and the freezer way more times than I wish I had to. Owning a home, solid fun.
That's the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, I like fixing things.
I'm ready to not own it anymore. I'm ready. I want out.
I just bought myself a little de-thatcher scarifier, so I'm like, this weekend I'm gonna like tear the shit out of my lawn. I'm gonna try and get some nice grass.
I love
I'm
a good
excited.
thatching.
I'm
Did I
pumped.
tell you what I did in Florida, Ryan?
No.
So Thatcher in New Jersey it's an amazing tool, right? So when I went to Florida, I bought my first house, and I've been down there for like 2 years, and I don't know shit. So I'm like, I see all this crabgrass, this grass all on the top. It's like, oh, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta thatch this thing and clean it up and reseed it and do all this stuff. So I find a thatcher like miles and miles, an hour away. It's the fucking only thatcher in South Florida. So I went and I rented it. And I do my whole lawn, and I got these piles of lawn, of these crabgrass. It's everywhere. My neighbor walks over and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I got all this crabgrass, man." He's like, "It's not crabgrass. That's your lawn. This is St. Augustine. It's St. Augustine grass. It grows on top. So, like, it grows across your lawn, not up, from the bottom up like it does up in the Northeast." So I tore up my whole lawn. I lived there 5 years, almost to the day. Like, seriously, like a week away from 5 years. I never got my lawn back. Like, I went and got trays. I fucking did Bermuda. Like, I tried to make it. I tried everything I could do. I never got that was when I, like, my first month living there, and I never got it back. I ruined it with a Thatcher.
Oh, no.
I hate the grass down in Florida. It's like walking on AstroTurf. It's
Oh,
different.
it's
It doesn't
terrible.
feel the same. This Northeast grass is like,
Can't lay on it. It hurts.
no, yeah, this is nice. I'm a fan of the Northeast
Good
grass.
for you. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. Let's see. We're at the end of our stream, my friends. We had to go over here and someone gets to win a thing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to Blitz Crew. You guys are living large on that Jet sponsorship money.
That's right.
We all got jobs. Well, yeah, we got jobs too. And Blitz Crew's been funding us. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not that Jet sponsorship money. It's that Blitz Crew money.
It's
that's right.
Crew that's keeping the lights on here.
It's Crossfire coming in and helping Matt with the electrical work.
Yeah, that was good.
Clutch. Nah, it's all you guys in the chat. You guys do a good job with us. We appreciate it. All right. What the heck is this?
Why am I so laggy all of a sudden? What's happening, man?
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
Let's see.
Like I'm stuck. I can't click on anything. You know what I mean?
Well, I see you moving on this side. I don't know why my random number generator's not working. Something about a thing.
I want to put one more qualifier in here, and it won't let me type. Damn it! All right, here we go. Last one coming right up. The number's going to be 42, Ryan. Let's see who it is. And the winner is Mark Sarketti, baby. Mark Sarketti, everybody.
So it looks like the random number generator is not working on my side of things. So I think what we're going to have to do, Green Bean, flip your list upside down.
No.
And then we'll say the fourth number that appears in the chat. What are the numbers? It's what through what?
Oh, you want me to flip it upside down?
Well, yeah, just so it's not like someone knows like, oh, this is the number that just came in. You just have to do it in your head. All right, chat, give us numbers.
Hey, this one's rigged, everybody. All right, we're doing it. Let's go. We're rigging this fucker.
We're going on faith here. All right, we got a 10, we got a 19, we got a 7, 13 from Wesley Gates.
So 13 from the bottom.
Was there a 44 in there? Hold on. How high did we go, Green Bean?
There's no 44 because we have 42.
Okay, so then 10, 19, 7, 13 was the number.
Yeah, Modine is 27, so that one's out.
Oh, yeah, no, we got to pull him out of there. Can't have him winning.
All right, so what's the final number?
13 is the number.
13 is John, everybody.
John. Wow, John.
Just John?
Just John.
Yeah, he's in here every week. John's fucking rock star, bud.
Bastard. Why is my now it's
oh,
not
yeah, there he
number.
is. I like his little emoji that he got.
Yeah, right. John's all right. He's like that guy. That
green
fraud.
guy.
You know what's really annoying? I'm unable to spin my spin wheel right now. So I got to figure out how to do it.
Come on.
I know. It's just, everything's not working tonight.
Ooh.
Give me a minute. I'll get it working. Gotta log in.
And this was going to be the Jersey week, too. John was winning a Jersey, but we can't give it away. So sorry, John.
Yep, sorry. You get eggs. I'll sit
right from
chicken.
chicken.
Let's see. Well, let me do it. Damn it. Hold on. I'll get this going. Spin wheel. Can I just hit? There we go. Spin wheel. A hat.
A hat?
John wins a hat.
But
John, reach out to us. jetstalk247@gmail.com or talkinjetshow@gmail.com. You get either a ball cap or a green beanie, or you can get Alan Dode's Yak King shirt.
That's right.
Any one of them.
We got a few left.
Got a few left over. We bought them in bulk. Mistakes were made.
Alan was wearing that shirt the other night, like in the Beanbagger Discord. He fucking brought it out, man. He looked sharp.
I love it. So with 42% of the vote, Briggs is our winner for the Bloody Knuckles Award. Winner for week 2. Ruckert came in at 39. Sauce ate up 13% of the vote. Davis ate up 7% of the vote.
I'm surprised Davis only got 7. That surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was the fourth name we came up with that felt a little bit later, but
I thought he was going to win, Ryan. Isaiah Davis.
I thought Ruckert was going to get it because he had the touchdown. I like Briggs though. I think Briggs was a good call out by the chat. So Briggs, week 2, Bloody Knuckles Award winner. Where's my little thing? Here we go.
This week's Bloody Knuckles Award.
Briggs! Boys and
Make the
girls.
graphic.
Nice.
I like it. We've reached the end of our show.
Beautiful.
Let's go around, give our closing thoughts. Bean, any last words?
Well, we're going to continue this in about, let's see, at 10:35, we go live on Green Bean Jets Fan for the After Hours Jets Fest. We'll continue, and don't forget, that's where Sexy Grok lives. So we're going to break out the Sexy Grok and see what she thinks about Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor and the boys.
DNY for Life says, how do you qualify for the wheel? Just got to put in
like
a
that.
super chat, or you got to donate some channel memberships, and however many channel memberships you get, that's how many entries you get into it. But DNY for Life, you're qualified for next week. We'll throw you into next week's one. So Bean, make a note.
There you go.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in for next week. You're the first one for next week, buddy.
Love it. O'Leary, any last words?
I'll be live with Jeremy tomorrow at 3:00 for a reality check on my channel. So make sure to tune into that. It's been a lot of fun doing that with Jeremy and chopping it up over there. So be sure to check it out.
Boys and girls, we're really happy that you got to hang out with us for these 2 hours. It's a nice little therapy session week in and week out. We'll be here next week, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, discussing the Jets' win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's right. Let's manifest this thing a little bit. This is Talkin' Jets signing off. JETS.
Just go somewhere else. I can't take this nonsense anymore. How are you going to blame the defense?
I got the pouch. Screw green bean. Damn it.
But once you get to the sausage, I feel like we're doing something.
Go Jets.
What would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
All of my friends and family.
Hit those milk thumbs, boys and girls.
Freeze run.
Hold on to your underwear, ladies, and stand by, bitches. It's now time for Talkin' Jets with your hosts, Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean.
Jets, Jets.